Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Super Otaku here, and today we will be reviewing a manga called ReLIFE. ReLIFE, ReLIFE, ReLIFE. And man, oh man, was this an interesting manga. I have to give it that. As you can see, it's actually in color. Yeah. So, let's start from the cover. When you look at this cover, what do you think? What kind of impression does it leave you with? When I look at this cover, I kind of see this guy looking all cool, some kind of a, I don't know, like a 20, 30-ish salaryman, and like this is clearly like from the clothes a high school girl, like a kind of cool high school girl. It's definitely from the look, from the drawing style, it's definitely seinen manga, meaning I mean it's, you know, focused on, you know, adult male, you know, readers. And yeah, so ReLIFE. That's actually a neologism. Do you know that? Neologism? Like the creation of a new word. So basically, if you were to go back and relive your life, you could call that a ReLIFE. A ReLIFE. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, this manga is exactly that. It's about this guy, this character. He is the main character of the manga, or the manga. And this guy is 28 years old. He has no job. He works part-time, but he has no job. No full job at a company, like no kind of good long-term prospects career-wise. And he has no girlfriend. He has no real, he doesn't own a house. Well, so he has no girlfriend, he has no kids, doesn't even have anybody that he's planning to have, you know, to make his girlfriend or something. Yeah, so he's like a bit in trouble in that regard. And not only that, his parents actually pay or help pay for his, you know, living expenses, the rent of his apartment and so on. And they've contacted him and told him, well, you know, they can no longer pay for, you know, his bullshit. You know, he's 28. It's time, you know, he either gets a job or, you know, comes back to their house, you know, because they just can't finance his lifestyle anymore. So yeah, he's a bit in a depressing state. And what's worse, he couldn't go to college for 2 years, so he couldn't get in. So he tried 2 times and eventually got in. But after graduating from college, he got a job at a company originally, and he stopped working at the company due to some issues which I won't reveal just now. But yeah, he stopped after 3 months, and if you didn't know, stopping a job after 3 months is like, that's a death sentence for your, let's say, work history, your CV, your, you know, basically your valuation as a worker. So yeah, that was bad. So he's got a very bad academic history, a very bad work history on paper, I mean, and that, well, inhibits him from getting a new job. So it's going pretty bad with the guy, and he's pretty depressed. And not only that, like, think of it this way, like, he's a 28-year-old guy, and he gets calls from his friends, you know, also at that age, and they're like, hey man, you know, can you come to my wedding? It's going pretty good with me, man. Can you come to my wedding, or can you meet my new, you know, my fiance, or can you, like, did you hear, like, oh man, I got promoted the other day at my company, I'm the manager now. You know, stuff like that. You know, he has to hear that all the time, and then he has to reply with, you know, he's forced to reply with something like, yeah, man, it's not going that well. I don't have a job. I don't have anything. He doesn't really have anything that he can say back, or and that's pretty bad that you have to that he has to deal with that. Um, so that's kind of depressing, but it's okay. So what happens is he meets this guy one night when he's fucking drunk as hell from his depressing life at the moment. He meets this guy. And the guy is from a research company, a very dodgy research company that tries to help, well, failures of society. Not really failures, but as society would see them, failures. Get back into the game. Get back into, the working environment and so on. And how they do it is they give a person like him that is having problems with that. They give him a pill, medicine, and what the medicine does, it reverts you back to your body's image of a 17-year-old. So when you drink the medicine, you don't look like a 28-year-old anymore. You look like a 17-year-old after drinking the medicine, or shortly after drinking the medicine. That's pretty cool, hey? I mean, damn. But that's kind of dodgy, I mean. But anyway, first. So he drinks the medicine. And the guy arranges for him. He gives him a contract to work with the laboratory as a test subject for this program. And he has to go to school again, and he has to retake all the exams, maybe go to college again from the beginning in order to get into the system again, wipe out his bad academic record, wipe out his bad work history so that he can actually get into the game again. Because in Japanese society, once you miss that entrance phase because you screwed up somehow, getting back into the game is really, really hard. It's hard. And that's what this company does. It helps you do that through infiltrating the school as a high schooler again and graduating and going through that process again. It's kind of fucking dodgy, right? Like a 28-year-old man going back to high school with 17-year-old high school girls. Yeah, that is gonna end fucking great. Not weird as fuck at all. But yeah, so that's exactly what this is, essentially what this is about. Okay, so what are my impressions of this manga? Like, right now, it might have seemed a bit kind of dark and depressing and so on. So, let me lighten it up. It's not like that. The cover looks pretty serious, but in truth, the manga's really lighthearted, at least right now. It's pretty lighthearted, so you don't have to worry about being such a depressing story. It's not. It looks really serious from the drawing style of the cover, but it really isn't. It really is. There are lots of funny scenes, good interaction between the characters, really funny scenes, and so far it's been pretty lighthearted. So don't let the cover like fool you. It's pretty lighthearted so far. And this manga I found to be really good. I'm definitely gonna continue reading it. And I would definitely recommend this manga to anybody in their 20s and anybody that maybe has finished high school, because this manga is very suited to people that may have some kind of regret about their life and are in the process of kind of thinking about their own life, where they are they happy with it, and especially it gives you the ability to kind of think back on your own high school experience and think, maybe I should have done this differently, or maybe I would have liked this to be different. And this manga is really interesting because you get to see normal high school life through the eyes of a mature 28-year-old man. And that's very different because they've experienced school already, and having experienced it already, and now being much older, they understand and know much more of the normal school life. And like I said, seeing it through the eyes or the thoughts of a 28-year-old man is exceptionally interesting. The characters are also so far really cute. This girl is really interesting. Some of the other characters are also really interesting. So if you've got a chance, please go out and read this manga. I definitely would recommend it to anybody, especially people that are seinen, well, people in your 20s or anybody really that is kind of mature. I would recommend this manga to definitely. It's really interesting. This has been Super Otaku and the review of ReLIFE. If you like this review, please subscribe to my channel and I will love you long time. Yes. Goodbye, good night, good week. Super Otaku out.